Welcome to the Hussle Podcast. I am Desiree, your host. The Hussle Podcast brought to you by Hussle Sports. I have with me here on this episode three of the most dynamic basketball players in the country. I have Marisa Seaton. Marisa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I have Christy Reynoso. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And we have KJ Gardner. KJ, how you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you, man?
I'm good. Well, we've been here in LA for the last couple of days. We're doing Media Days, plural. And we've had an opportunity to get some great photos, some great content. Had a chance for everybody to meet each other in person. And so this has been an exciting time for our organization. And so we're starting the Hussle Podcast. This will be an ongoing episode. This will be an ongoing effort for us to get more and more information out there about NIL, more information out there about exciting athletes who are on the rise that you should know about. And of course, more information about the exciting folks that we have on our team. We're excited about every single solitary person that we have on our roster. Every person that we sign to our agency is intentional. So we didn't sign anybody by accident or incident. It's all intentional. And so, and they all have a great story that we want you to learn more about. And you'll learn more about it throughout the life of this podcast. So let's jump right in. This question is for you, Marisa. I'd like to know what or who motivates you to work hard on the court and in life.
And in life, definitely my mom and my dad. They worked really hard to make me live the lifestyle I'm living right now. And on the court, it has to be my dad because he's definitely pushed me to limits I didn't think I could get to. And also myself. I just never want to let myself down. So I hold myself up to high expectations.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's also true because I've had an opportunity to meet your mom, of course, and your mom is an amazing person.
Yes, she is.
And so I can definitely see how she has inspired you to do well. We definitely can see that the support system that you have. How important do you think it is for an athlete at your level to perform at a high level the way you do? How important is a support system?
I feel like it's very needed, but if you don't have the support system, you have yourself, so you can hold yourself accountable at all times. But having that big support system and having them at all your games, it's a good feeling to look up in the stands and know that they're to support you at all times.
Absolutely, absolutely. Christian, same question for you. Who or what motivates you on the court and in life?
I would have to agree with Marisa on this one. Like my parents for sure, like off the court, and like my dad. But like most importantly, like I feel like I motivate myself on the court because like I never like I have very high expectations of myself, and I don't want to let myself down or take a back step because I just want to keep moving forward and keep going through.
Absolutely. Good answer. How about you, KJ? Who or what motivates you on and off the court and in life?
I'm going to have to agree with them as well. I'm going to say my parents and my little brothers. Like, seeing them come to my games and watch me, it puts me in a position where it's like I got to do well and got to do really good for them because I'm the inspiration. So looking up for them, I'm paving the path for them. So I really do say my parents as well.
Now, KJ, I've had an opportunity to visit with you and your family, and so I've seen firsthand, we talked about support systems with Marisa a second ago, but I've had an opportunity to see your family and your support system live in action, and it's, you're talking about 75, 80 people at a basketball game there to support one person, and it's unbelievable to see. What type of feeling is that for you to look up in the stands and, see 75, 80 of your family members there cheering you on?
I mean, you got to lock in before the game, but it's kind of hard, but it's kind of easy at the same time because they've seen me grow up and become the person I am today. So just seeing my family there really makes me happy, and it gives joy to my heart to see my family in the support system I have.
Now, Christy, you talked about performing at a high level, and you talked about setting high expectations for yourself. You are also, it's important to know that you are also a part of the number one ladies high school basketball team in the country. You guys held that title for practically the entire season. Well, the entire season, it wasn't until the postseason. But how does it feel, and what type of pressure is it? Is to be at the number one spot on all of the polls. Everybody's gunning for you. You're at the top of everybody's target list. Everybody's training to beat you. Everybody's practicing to beat you. What does it feel like to have a target on your back?
Well, like, like the pressure, it's high, but we just don't let it, like, get to us. Like, we know, like, we got to play together. We got to, like, play as a team in order to keep that number one spot. And we have such, like, a good, bond and chemistry as a team that we know what we got to do to keep that number one spot.
Absolutely. And so on that number one team, you also had the number one girls basketball player in the country, in Juju Watkins. What is it like to play with a person who is of that caliber, and to be on the team with that person? What is that feeling like?
It's a good feeling. Like, I love Juju. She's good people, and she's a great player. And these 2 years, I'm very happy that I got to play with her because she's taught me a lot of things, and she's a good leader, and like she paved the way.
Awesome. Now, you led me to another question, talking about paving the way, and this is for you and Marisa. You guys are, well, let me back up by saying, it was important to us in this agency that we shined a bright light on people of Black and brown descent. And so you guys being of brown descent, you guys are in basketball, you're hoopers. And we talked about before the podcast started, and then y'all have the nerve to be like really good. And so, when people see you guys, they're like, oh, wow, you don't fit the norm, if you will, if you know what I'm saying. And so when they see you guys and then you guys are amazing at what you do, how does that make you feel that to know that you practically have your entire culture on your back?
You want to answer this one? Well, like what you said, like people don't expect that much of us. So like, it's a good feeling, like to be like an inspiration to the youth as well, because it's like, someone that like, is brown as well. And they're like, oh, like that girl looks like me. Maybe I can do that as well. And, like it feels good, like being like a representation for, youth as well. How
about you, Marisa?
I have to agree with her. And it is not normal, especially being Hispanic. Me and her playing basketball, and I'm not gonna like brag, like we're pretty good at it. And it isn't normal, so us being that good is very an inspiration to all of our following too. And I think it's good. Yeah.
I think it's important that people know about all of you on this segment. I think it's important that they know that you guys are amazing at what you do. You're good at the sport, of course. But then I've had an opportunity to meet you guys off the court, and so you guys are, what people should know is you guys are amazing people off the court as well. How important do you think it is? You guys are influential. I'll throw this one to you first, KJ. You guys are highly influential, so you have a lot of people who are following you, a lot of people who are watching your social media pages. What type of pressure is that? Is that pressure too?
I don't think it's any pressure. Like, I just be me for real, and I'm staying true to myself, so it's no pressure to me.
How about you, Christy?
I try not like looking at it like that, like they're a part of my journey. They're like, watching like me go through, life and my basketball journey. So, like what KJ said, like stay true to myself and don't let it affect me.
Me too.
Same with you, Marisa. I was going to ask you, because you have one of the largest followings of all of the athletes. And so, that's an enormous amount of pressure in and of itself to have, 160 plus thousand people, who could see anything that you post.
Yeah. It gets nerve-wracking sometimes since like I don't want to mess up, and I just want to keep my page like inspiring and like me. But I love inspiring people and being me. So it's good.
Cool. All right, let's have a fun question. This is a fun question. KJ, what do you wish people knew about you outside of sports?
I'm a pretty boy. I ain't gonna lie.
You're admitting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit it. People say it a lot, but I'm gonna admit it. Like,
Okay, so you heard it on the Hussle Podcast.
I can't
KJ
even
is
lie to
admitting
y'all.
today
I can't lie to y'all.
that he is a pretty boy.
Can't lie to y'all for real.
What is pretty boy? And I have a pretty good idea because it took you 2 hours to get ready today.
Nah, it didn't take me 2 hours, but like, I just I love to take care of myself and present myself well. So it takes a long time to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. So doing your hair, putting your earrings.
Okay, so keeping in mind that I know you, how long does it take you in the beauty aisle at Target?
Tell you like some facial stuff, some shit. It probably take me like a good 30, 45 minutes. I ain't gonna lie. Probably a little bit longer than that though. Probably a little bit longer than that.
Okay. All right. That took an interest. He admitted he was. Y'all heard him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Marisa, how about you? What do you wish people knew about you outside of sports?
I can't stop smiling outside of sports. I feel like my personality is really strong, and outside of basketball, I'm just an outgoing person, and I love to dance, and I'm really into fashion right now.
I was gonna say I was not gonna let you get out of that one without saying you're a fashionista. Now,
Yeah.
you gotta admit that. Since you've been in California, since you've been in LA, you know I saw your story. So
Yeah.
you know I've seen you at the Louis Vuitton store. I've seen you at Gallery, and so you know so that tells me that you're a fashionista.
Galleries.
So having said that though, if there was a brand you could work with today, who would it be?
I'm gonna say it, but I like this brand, even though it's like it's a little controversial right now. But
Okay.
Balenciaga,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
I like the purses a lot,
Okay.
and their clothing is very different too. Also, gallery department for sure.
Okay. Gallery department.
Amazing store.
Okay. All right. We're gonna make sure y'all see this. All right, Christy. How about you? What do you wish people knew about you outside of sports?
I have to agree with Marisa. Like, I smile a lot. Like, a lot of people, like, you know, they come up to me like, why are you always smiling? I'm like, you know, it's a good day. Like, what's not to smile about? And, like, you know, I love to dance. I love clothes, shoes, fashion. And I think the thing that people don't know about me is that I know how to solve Rubik's Cubes. So, yeah. I think that's maybe, like, my biggest, you know, thing that I like about me, too.
Interesting. That's an interesting fact to know about you. So let's see. We've had an interesting couple of days together. And so now that you guys have come aboard Hussle Sports, and we're glad to have you guys, obviously, who were you most excited about meeting this week in person? So since this is our time to get together this week.
Definitely has to be Christy. I was really excited to meet her, knowing we're like, we call each other twins sometimes. Yeah. But I just really wanted to meet her, and we've always been friends through social media for a while before Hussle Sports. So it was really good to meet her, and we got to make some content here and there.
Yeah.
But I was really excited.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were looking for them at the beach, and during the photo shoot, and we found them about 10 miles away doing TikToks. So we knew that they were excited to see each other. So Christy, I know the answer to the question, but for the sake of the podcast, who are you most excited about meeting this week?
Of course, Marisa.
We had what the people should know is we had an interesting call with Christy before she signed with us. We sat down and talked to her parents, and we talked to her about, you know, what the journey could be like being a part of Hussle Sports. And I think it's important for Marisa to know that she brought you up in that conversation, that you had inspired her and that she was excited to get an opportunity or to have an opportunity to work with you at some point. So I think it's important that you guys know how much you inspire each other. That'll keep you going. Really, seriously. It's a wonderful thing. KJ, who did you want to meet this week?
Probably BJ. He cool people.
Bryce, okay.
Yeah, Bryce. Yeah, his IG matches his personality. It's nothing fake on there. Like, he cool people, so I'd probably say him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So nobody was glad to meet me. That's
Oh,
noted.
of
Okay.
course
You said
you.
So we'll go to the next question. No, it's fine.
We met you.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just quitting. All right, real quick, let's have some fun real quick. This is a speed poll. You got to answer fast.
Okay. I'm ready.
You got to answer fast. We're going to start with KJ. LeBron, Kobe, or MJ?
Michael Jordan.
Christy, LeBron, Kobe, or MJ?
Kobe.
Marisa, LeBron, Kobe, or MJ?
Michael Jordan.
LeBron.
No.
Oh my God.
Camera on me. LeBron.
No.
Bron. Thank you. I love Kobe. MJ's cool.
MJ's not cool.
Bron. All right. Marisa, Drake or 21 Savage?
Drake.
KJ, Drake or 21 Savage?
Drake.
Christy?
21.
21.
It's a hard
Man,
question.
do
It's a hard
something for
question.
me. That is a hard question. That is a hard question. KJ, Nike or Adidas?
Nike. Hands down, Nike.
Marisa?
Nike, for sure.
Christy?
Nike.
Nike. Are you guys listening to this? Nike. Thank you. All right, Nike it is. KJ, Fashion Nova or Boohoo Man?
Boohoo Man, for sure. I mess with Boohoo Man.
All right. Marisa, Fashion Nova or Dior?
Dior. For sure.
Let's see. Christy, Fashion Nova or Shein?
Fashion Nova.
Hands down. All right, cool. Here's an athletic one. Marisa, Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Christy?
Gatorade.
What about you, Gatorade? KJ? Gatorade. Dr. Gatorade. That's a new brand.
I'm going to go with Powerade. I like Powerade.
All right,
But I still like Gatorade, but I like Powerade more.
All right, I'm going to go with Gatorade. Marisa, Cash App or Zelle?
Cash App.
KJ, Cash App or Zelle?
Cash App.
Christy, Cash App or Zelle?
I don't use any of them, so I think I'm a little. I told you, like, I'm a little too young to, like, know which one to use.
Gotcha. All right, last one. Fun night out with friends or fun at home? Marisa.
It depends.
Just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. I'll go fun out with friends sometimes.
How about you, Christy?
Out with friends.
I say fun out with my guys, for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
cool. Well, this has been an interesting segment. You know, I want to thank you guys for being a part of this segment. If there was anything that you wanted people to know, if you wanted to leave someone with something inspirational, what would it be, Marisa?
Can we turn it around so I can think for a little bit?
Okay. You wanted to leave somebody with something inspirational, some inspirational words. What would they be, KJ?
I got 2 words for y'all. Stay you. Just stay you. Stay true to you.
What does that mean?
That's three.
Give us more on that.
I mean,
That's too good to just leave.
I feel like in this world, like, a lot of people portray something they're not, especially the social media is really an influence of that. So, like, staying you, I feel like that really motivates you to be the best version of you. So staying you, staying true to you is the best thing to say, I say, for a quote.
It's good stuff. How about you, Christy?
I would have to say enjoy the moment. Like, for sure, like,
That was a
like,
good
you
one.
know, like, everywhere that I've been, like, you know, through my path, through my journey, I've always thought back to myself, enjoy the moment. Like, you're not, like, so you can look back at it, you know, later and be like, oh, shoot, like, I did that. Yeah, for sure, enjoy the moment.
That's good. How about you, Marisa?
I'm just going to say push yourself. Push yourself to limits you don't think you can get. even when it gets hard, you're gonna push through it no matter what. So like, don't give up.
That's really good. That's really good. You guys are some amazing individuals. Let's see. I got one more question. And for this one is especially this is for KJ and for Christy. You guys are on your way to college, and so if you had an opportunity to want a college coach to know anything about you, if they were to recruit or were to offer you, what would you want them to know that would make them give you that offer?
I'm gonna impact the game in a lot of ways, and I'm not just a one dynamic player. I could do a lot of things, so I say that. And I love to play defense.
That's huge. How about you, Christy? If you had a chance to talk to if any college coach is watching this that was thinking about on the fence about offering Christy Reynoso, what would you tell them to get them off the fence?
I would say that I'm a very passionate player, and I do the little things, and I look for others more than I look for myself sometimes. And I got a deep range, so that could help too if you're looking for a shooter.
Yes, if you're looking for a shooter, college coaches out there with some range, Christy definitely can come in the game and impact the game right away. Well, that's been this particular segment or this particular episode of the Hussle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll be right back.